Okay. So my headset cut out in the middle of it, and after it cut out and I tried to reconnect with a different headset, it was not letting me. So, um, so now we're gonna have to do this with my camera's microphone, which is the audio is probably not as great because now my other headset has to charge. But I didn't want to wait too long to continue, so I am going to go ahead and continue like this. So if it's really bad, I'm sorry. Hopefully you can still hear me and we can still work through this together. So, okay, so we left off on this part right here. So select the most appropriate replacement field definition to generate the following output. The math class has, and then the math class has, and then we would do curly braces, num students, and then students. So num students 84, it's going to put 84 there. And that is correct. Okay, so the output is Jacob's loan rate is 40%. So let's go with the first one. So Jacob's. So it looks like it is taking borrow's name, and we're going to put it in curly braces like this. And then the escape sequence with the single quote. Loan rate is, and then 4.0%. So right now it's at 0.04. So we would do, and it prints out with 1 decimal. So how do you figure out the percent? Is it times or division? I feel like it's times. So I'm going to do this one because I know that it's going to put out 1 digit after the decimal. And that's what this 1F is going to do. If I choose this loan rate here, it'll just say 0.004. I feel like we should do this one. And that's how you do the percentage. I'm going to do this one and see what it says. So that's incorrect. So, oh, because the math is actually 100 times 100. That's why. So browser name, and then it gives me another one. So does that mean 0.06 times 100? 1F after? Yeah, okay. So the next, this one is saying 3 tacos. So num with the curly braces, tacos at $10, which is price. So curly braces price. Each costs, and then it looks like it's just taking price times 3, so 10 times 3, and adding 2 decimals at the end. But it also has this D here. I'm going to choose this one and see what it does, because if it is wrong, I'm curious on what it will tell me if this is the answer, like why this would be the answer. But I'm going to choose this and see. Okay, so yeah, I was correct in the first place anyway. So, okay. All right. User street and user state are read from input. So user street and user state are read from input. Modify the F string. F, I live on blup and blup, so that the first blip and the second blip contain the, okay, so it just wants us to replace the, it wants us to put where the variable should go. So I live on user street in user state. That should be it. That is correct. Length, width, and height are read from input as integers, representing the length, width, and height. Okay? Of a rectangle prism. Compute the rectangular prism volume as length oh, here we go. So prism as length times width times height, using the f-strings equal sign, feature with the provided curly braces as the representative field. So it wants us to do the equal sign here. Let's see if that's correct. Oh, because I added spaces, that's why. So I wonder if in the curly braces, when using an F string, doing spaces, you don't want to do that. So yeah, so it doesn't want us to put any spaces, it looks like, as it shows here. So, okay. User number is read from an input as an integer. Using format specifications, output the following. So it wants us to output something, so the following. So F string, user number, so it wants me to do, oops, user number with the with one single leading zero. So so colon dot 1F, meaning 10 after the decimal, and then curly brace user number as an uppercase hexadecimal, which was colon uppercase X, I believe. Yes, right? That's how it notated it. Yeah. Your output 15.0 expected output 15 output as a new line using print. Oh, so does it want me to do two different prints? I mean, I put one leading zero. It says it's wrong because it says user number in leading zero notation with 1 leading 0. Oh, wait, no, not O, because there's no leading zeros here. Why did it say it wanted me to put a leading 0 if it doesn't put a 0? What I think it wants me to do is 2 different print statements, I can tell you that. So let's make some adjustments here. So we need the parentheses, we need the F string here in single parentheses, or single quotes. So with a leading means, or does leading mean before the number, right? No, it's a notation with 1 leading 0. So is it actually wanting me to do 3, what was it? Not decimal, it was D. So 03D, right? Let's check to see if that's correct. Okay, so then was that correct in the first place then? 1F? Why tell me to put user number in leading 0 notation with 1 leading 0? Like, why is it even saying it? It doesn't make sense. So, I mean, that's just basically saying don't add any zeros, right? So maybe that's why, because the result will come back in a decimal, but it just doesn't want a leading 0. I wonder what happened if I put D. Okay, so so you could do it either way. So D removes the decimal, it seems like, and then 0F just says, I don't want any zeros after the decimal. So, I mean, if I'm looking at this correctly, you can do it either way then. But the reason it said it was correct both ways was because the result was the same. So, interesting. So, these are additional practices. I know some people like to do them and some people don't. And some people will just go straight to the labs. I mean, nobody is in my lives to tell me whether they want me to continue with the addition or not, or just go straight to the labs. So, I mean, if you're watching this later and you do want to tell me to just skip to the labs, just let me know and that's what I'll do. So, but okay, so okay. The following is a simple programming lab activity. Not all classes use it. Okay, so the following calculates a user's age in days based on the user's age in years. So let's run it and see what it does. Enter your age. You are at least 8,030 days old. Calculate the user's age in minutes and seconds. How do you calculate in minutes and in seconds? So this is one of those things where if I don't know how the formula works, like for example, I don't want to find the answer. What I want to find is, how does the formula work? Do I need to take like the user's age times 60 because there's 60 seconds in the minute? or divide by 60 because there's 60 seconds in a minute. So that's what I want to find out. Like, let me see here. Let me do some research because that's what these study sessions are. You know, I'm studying to do my schoolwork. You're studying to do your schoolwork. We're studying together. So that's what these study sessions are. So I'm not going to have all the answers. So I will, if I don't know something, I'm going to go research it and then practice with it. That's how we learn. So let's see what how we're supposed to structure the math. So, I mean, this right here tells us days, right? So you have to take times 365 to find out the days from their age. So we need to do the age times age times 24 because there's 24 hours in a day, and times 60 because there's an hour. So the way I'm understanding it is we need to take that the formula is basically, that the formula is basically minutes is 365 days time, or we could do 0.25 to make up for leap years, times 24 hours in a day times 60 seconds in a minute, right? I'm sorry, 60 minutes in an hour. So that's how the formula works for minutes. And then the seconds. So the seconds should be the minutes times 60 seconds in a minute, right? So times 60, right? And then I think that's right. Let's see what, my butt hurts. Let's see what this outputs. So I'm going to print so age in minutes. So age in, I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect, but age in minutes is going to be like this, minutes, and then we'll print seconds. I like to print it separately just so that I can visually see what I'm doing, right? Like breaking it up into small bites so I can see what I'm visually doing. And then age in seconds is and we'll pass seconds here. So let's see. Let's see what this does. Okay, so I did something wrong here. Oh, I didn't. I forgot to add the closing quote. Oh, I put a closing quote there and one here. You don't need to do that. Okay, so age in minutes. 500. I'm going to see if this is correct. I'm going to do it on a calculator. Or I mean, like, I'm going to basically Google, if I'm 22 years old, how many minutes is that? To see like what the difference is. So if I Google it, it basically tells me that it took, oh, I'm a dumbass. So it's wrong because I didn't put user age years times. So let's do it that way. Okay, that's the answer right there. So it took 20. So it took the years of the age times 365.25 times 24 times 60. Right? Age times 365 times 0.25 times 24 times 60, right? Yeah. And then let's see if I did the seconds correctly. Yeah, so I mean, it seems like I did. I wonder what would happen if I did that on both of them. Would it remove the decimal? Oh, I don't think the dot was there. Does it? Oh, unknown format code D for object of type D of type float. What does that mean? So D, but so by unknown format code D for object of type float. That's what we used before, right? Where's my screenshot? So, come on, you stupid thing. Yeah, I used :D number, so minutes :D. I mean, I could do 0.0f, and it did the same thing last time, right? 0.0f. Right now, I'm just kind of practicing and like messing around, but I don't want to take up too much time, so I'm just going to go ahead and move on. But this was cool. So this is how I ended up doing the math correctly. So, oh, here we go. All right, we are on 4.2. So lab list basics. So now we're on the labs. So 3 labs and then the key takeaways, and then we move on to branching. Let's see if we can at least do 1 lab before I have to go, because it is almost time for me to go. So let's see where we're at after 1 lab. Given the user inputs, complete a program that does the following tasks. Define a list, my list, containing the user inputs, my flower 1, my flower 2, and my flower 3 in the same order. Okay. So, oh, here we go, to-dos. Perfect. So, to do. Define my list. So, define my, oh, I don't have to, that's a function, I don't know. So, my list containing my flower. So list, I believe, is the brackets. So it would be my flower 1, my flower 2, and my flower 3, right? Define your list containing so your list, or I mean, you contain your flower 1 and your flower 2, 3. Define our list by concatenating my list and your list. So my list, the plus symbol for concatenation, your list, concatenating my list and your list, print our list. So let's run that and see what it does. Roses, flowers, tulips. It's 3, right? Oh, your flowers. Okay, well, daisy is good, and lily. You want one more? Oh, their flower. Let's say, okay, I'll take Astra because I can't think of one. So after it took that, it took roses, flowers, and tulips, and then I concatenated, right? So I did the 3 and then the 2, and then I concatenated daisy and lily for your list because I only concatenated the 2, and then it asked for their list. So yeah, so then it did that correctly then. So now, since we know it did that correctly, we'll do append their flower to the end of our list. Append their flower to the end of our list. I think I have let me see if I have the screenshot of, where it says like append and things like that. I thought so let's see if I saved that. I think I did. let's see. Is it this one? No, that's the math one. Is it this one? No. Damn. I guess I didn't take a screenshot. I thought I did. But I think we just, so it says we want to append it, right? So we would append their flower to the end of our list. So our list dot append, is it capital? No, it's not capital. Append their flower. So their flower to the end of our list, right? Replace my flower 2 in our list with their flower. Replace is so replace should be our list my flower 2, and then reassign it with their flower, right? Remove the first occurrence of their flower. Using index. So remove the first occurrence. So let me look at this one because I thought pop was the one to remove, but it says use index, using index. So to remove the first occurrence, yeah, it is pop, right? So can I just, excuse me, can I just remove the first occurrence of their flower? So their flower, the way I'm thinking of it is like this: pop, the first occurrence would be 0, right? From your first look using index. I mean, is this considered index? Let me see what that looks like real quick. Let's do the input that they do here so I can see if I'm doing it correct. So Rose, Peony, Lily, Rose, DC. Okay, so I made a mistake. So our list indices must be integers or slices, not strings. List. What is it saying here? So that's on line 25. So it's saying that list indices must be integers. So is it saying that I just need to use index 1 instead of that? Rows, rows, asturd. Okay, so now string object has no attribute pop. Oh, because I think I have to import something in order to use pop. So I wouldn't be able to use pop. So line 30. So I would have to, can I use delete? Or delete their flower 0 like that? Let's see. No. This one I'm a little confused on how to do. I wonder if it will tell me. What if I did this? Index 0 and then did delete. Let's see, remove the second element of our list. So our list, I mean, this is how I would do it, right? But I could be doing this wrong. I could have to do like our list like that. Maybe that's what I have to do up here, is their flower, like basically reassigning it. Remove the first occurrence of the flower form from our list. So pop like that, right? And then can I pass their flower through it? Oh, rows. No. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to submit it anyway. So maybe it'll give me a hint of why it's wrong, and what it means by it wants me to use index. So of course, it's not going to give me hints. It's just going to tell me what the outcome is. That's not what I wanted. So I'm doing some research because I'm a little confused. How remove the first occurrence of their flower from our list using index. Oh my God, without using index. Dumbass. Okay, so, okay, if it's that easy, I'm gonna blow my head off. Okay, so because I was using pop, but I want to use remove, right? So that means if I want to use remove, then I would say remove the first occurrence of their flower from our list. So, because I wouldn't do the whole thing, right? I mean, if I do our list and I say dot remove right? But how do you remove just the first occurrence? Is it going to automatically choose the first occurrence? Right? Remove the second element of our list. Now I feel like this part would be, if I'm going to move the second element, it would be like that. But instead of pop, I would use remove. And the second element, because, 0, 1. Oh, keep forgetting I have to re-type it in. Okay. So it printed out the first one correctly, the second one correctly, rows, this one was not correct, and it says list on X not in list, and that's on line 34. Remove the second element. Do I have to do brackets 1 like that? Or let's see. I wish there was a way to just automatically, oh, there is a way. So for now, I'm just going to remove the inputs for now. Whatever, just leave them. I'll just redo it. Rows. PEO. Boolean. Rows. Using. Okay. So I'm obviously missing something here, and I'm obviously not catching what it is. So It's about time for me to go anyway. So what I'm going to do is basically challenge you to see if you can figure this out. I'm going to try and figure it out when I get back, and see if I can figure out what I'm doing wrong. But I think this lab practice, it would be would be awesome for you to try and figure out what I'm doing wrong. I mean, message me and leave a comment and tell me what I'm doing wrong. But I'm gonna head out and then I'll come back and I may start either on these labs. How about this? So that way there's, I'm not like taking too much time. How about I just do these labs on my own, and then tomorrow we'll start on branching, and then I would encourage you to do the 3 labs here. And if you did have any question on these 3 labs that you would want me to touch on tomorrow's live, just let me know and leave it in the comments and I will. And then just kind of go from there. So that way we can just hop right into branching once I get back tomorrow, and you have already gotten your practice, so you don't need me to do it. But if you do, let me know. And then we'll just go from there. So, and sorry about the volume and the speaker. My stupid thing died in the middle of it. So tomorrow I'll have it fully charged for tomorrow. So, all right. Thanks guys. Later.